No, if you bother her, it's gonna add like a 15 minutes every time you try and assist or bother her with it. She's gotta
she's
do it on
mad
her
at
own.
you too. She's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
It's been all the
please.
time on my eyeliner, and now it's just running down my face. I'm gonna have to redo my base. Just oh.
I'm like, why don't you put the contacts in first? And she's like, and I'm like, never mind. I'm gonna go this way. It's like when you see someone's head turn around, like just
Just extra stuff.
Yeah, exercise style looking at you. But so she's like, so Ricky's texted me and she was like, I can't believe you guys are making me wait so long. Yet it's like 11:30 by now. And we know when you're doing like a full glam look, it can take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how extensive. Now, this was near Halloween. So, of course, we're going all dressed up out to the nines in Halloween gear. So it's taken a little bit longer. We're putting horns in, we're putting colored contacts in, we're molding fangs to our teeth, you know.
Yeah. And we had told her that this is all the stuff that we would be doing like the week before when we had all decided that we were going to go out.
Yeah, usually we would, but we didn't this time. And we're like, it's fine. The bars stay open till 3. No problem. We'll leave by 12. We'll still have 3 hours of partying. So, and at this time of our lives, we never left for the bar before 12 a.m. usually. Yeah. Which I can't fathom these days. I want to be at a bar by 10 and leave before 2.
Well, usually we think we're topped by 2 hours almost every single time. We're like, okay, think I'm done.
Yeah. But so she is like, why tell them to hurry up? And I'm like, I will not be doing that. That's not going to actually make them, one, it's not going to make them hurry up. 2, it's going to piss them off. And I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be the messenger for that message. You tell them to hurry up if you want to so badly. I'm not doing that. No. I'm like, okay, then be a little bitch. Just wait. And so she's like, why aren't they hurrying, Marin? Can't you make... I'm like, what power do you think I hold? And she's getting mad at me. The one person that does not hold a driver's license is getting mad at me like I can come over and pick her up and I'm choosing not to. And I'm like, girlfriend, I cannot. I don't drive. And she's like, oh, I thought you just were on purpose deciding to have them not pick me up. I'm like, in what world would I do that? And so by this time, I'm irritated because she's coming at me personally. And I don't remember all of the details, but she was saying some stuff to me. I just remember not being here for it, right? So I tell her, you know what? We've all decided we're not going out tonight. And she went, that's fine by me. She's mad too. She goes, that's fine by me. I don't want to go out with you guys tonight anymore either. Thanks for wasting my time. You know, and it's almost 12. And so I go up to Bree and Shelby and I go, hey, turn off your locations on Snapchat. We're going out tonight without Ricky. Mm-hmm. And they were like, and I was like, block her from your stories. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
And Ricky continues to text us the whole night about how sad she is.
Sending us pictures of her crying, being like,
oh, yeah. That was her MO. Anytime that she would get upset at us or at anyone, she would just get like, look how sad I am, sending us pictures of her crying.
And maybe this makes me a bad person. I get so uncomfortable when I see people crying.
Well, her thing was a guilt trip thing, but it really just pissed us off because it wasn't guilt tripping us. It was just pissing us off because she was attempting to guilt trip us and make us feel bad when we couldn't give her a specific timeline because we were like, D&D runs long sometimes. There's nothing that we can do about that. And
she was
trying to push us to hurry up and all of this.
Oh, yeah, and just tell Dylan, who had prepared it for like 2 weeks, to just say, hey, we're leaving. Sorry that you prepared this whole thing for 2 weeks, but we're leaving.
Which is so messed up because he was so excited. We hadn't been able to get together for like 3 weeks
Yeah.
to play. And usually it was like a once a week thing. Life just got busy for all of us.
Mhm.
And so he
And
made
it
sure
wasn't
to
just
do
us
this.
at the game either.
Huh?
It wasn't just us at the game either. Our friend Sam has to like get a babysitter for his 3 kids and set up things with his wife. And it also coincides on his wife's day off day too, so they had to swap it out so she could watch the kids or have the mother-in-law watch the kids so that way they could both have their days off and go relax and stuff. So just up and leaving and ruining his one night out away from his kids is BS.
Yeah. And like Dylan worked really hard to make this a big to do. I remember it being a super fun gameplay.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
And
I ended
yeah,
up
the
yelling
whole
at the guard
time Ricky
and have a
texting us.
crossword.
And she was texting us even before 10:30 hit.
Yeah, and she kept being like, is it over yet? Are you done yet? Is it going to be over soon? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, no, I've literally already told you like 5 times that we're not done yet.
We're not going to be done for a minute. But
Yeah, that was when she ended up saying, like, a couple minutes after that, she was like, you guys are gonna break up with me after this, are you?
Yes, actually, we are. Bye.
well, that's not what I broke up with her over.
Yep, and the thing is, we'd already had, 2 sit-down conversations
Yep.
with an entire
did.
friend group about things that were not okay in the friendship that we were not comfortable with, that, you know, just not just, like, attacking her, but, like, across the board for all of us. A lot of the time, I'm not gonna lie, she caused a lot of problems.
I was thinking, do you guys remember when, I think it was the second time we had the sit down talk with her about the stuff that was going on. She's sitting on Lauren's bed. You and I was sitting next to her, I think. You know, going with this. You and Maren were standing up, and both of you had looked at Ricky's reflection in the window, and it was dark outside, so you could just like see her. And then on top of Ricky's reflection was like a face.
A whole other
Like,
face
that
that
Voldemort
turned
looking thing.
independently of her, and I was like,
Yeah, and you guys were like, holy shit. And I was like, what? And Ricky's sitting there like, what? What's going on? And
yeah, she was looking around, and the face just kept looking at us.
Yeah.
Yeah, her head was moving and the face was still there, staring right at us. And after us going, oh God, and having Shelby look, I went, all right, that's enough. Stop acknowledging it.
Yeah.
And Ricky was like, oh God, something's attached to me. And we're like, yeah, because you're a fucking gullible person.
The crazy thing is well after we had become friends with her and I started doing security at the state office building, I ended up running into one of her old hookups.
Yeah.
And her whole thing was that she was a virgin before she met her boyfriend, and that's who she lost her virginity to. But none
Not
of
true. She got gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Or
like, I don't
chlamydia.
understand how it happened.
Yeah,
She got gonorrhea. She got chlamydia. And so we were all kinds of confused about how she would get that. She's like, I have no idea. So then I meet with I end up working with an old hookup of hers. And he was mentioning how he had this person, Ricky, before they moved, that he would hook up with all the time. It sucks that she left. And I was like, wait a minute, what? What did you just say?
It's wild.
Yeah, and he was like, oh yeah, she hooked up with like a bunch of people all the time. And I was like, wait, for how long? He's like, straight up until she left. Like, I hooked up with her like 3 days before she left. I was like, when she was in a relationship? Yeah!
I'm sorry, if you ever see this, Kyle, your girlfriend cheats on you.
Dude. Well, yeah, and then she moves to Hood River, Oregon, right? And she's on the Facebook forums like, I need to meet new people and yada. Not mentioning she has a boyfriend. And she's like getting all these guys to hang out with her. And one of the guys posted under her thing, hey, it'd be helpful if you mention you have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because everybody's going to take that as someone's down to take it to Pound Town.
Mm-hmm. down to go down.
Literally, the majority of the comments were all men being like, "Oh yeah, I'd like to meet up with you and get coffee." And she would comment underneath, be like, "Oh my gosh, okay, that sounds like so much fun." And I was yo. And the only reason I knew this was because of my friend. Not gonna name names, but a friend, and she was a person, and she sent it to me. And she was like, "Dude, look at this." And I was like, "Oh my god, that's wild." And then I think Marn had brought it up. Hadn't you seen it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we were both talking about it then, but I was just like, "This is fucking wild."
Well, because I was living in Oregon at the time as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And then she freaking cookie cutter pasted the same exact message to all three of us.
Oh, I was just thinking of that too. Yeah. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? No.
Well, my big falling out with her, I have this childhood friend that I've been friends with since I was 6 years old. And we're still friends, you know. She is my, you know, like, she's like a sister from another family. My parents joke and say that she's their adopted child, and she's Filipino, so she always jokes and says she's my parents' favorite brown child. Well, Gina Lynn joined us on one of these nights, and Ricky made a fairly insensitive comment, because normally I do really big eyeliner wings. I do very extravagant, excessive makeup when I'm feeling like it. And Ricky was like, "Oh, I want you to do my makeup like you, but I don't want you to do big wings because it makes me look Asian." Ricky is also a pasty ass redhead like I am. And my friend Gina Lynn was just like, "Excuse me?" Which, you know, dude, you shouldn't be saying shit like that. Like, no, you do not look Asian with your eyeliner. She's laughing like it's some big funny joke, you know. And so that was my big thing, because I was like, dude, you just insulted my main girl.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Ricky's main thing was always to alienate across the board. Like, if Marn, Ricky, and Shelby were hanging out, she would try to be the one super close to Shelby and then start talking crap the next minute the next person wasn't in there. If I came in, she would try and be all over Shelby and like, "Oh, let's go this way. Oh," or try and attack something that I said and be like, "Can you believe that?"
Well, the only reason that she even wanted to become friends with you guys was literally because I was friends with you. And she didn't like it. She didn't like that I spent so much of my time with you and Marn. And she was like, "You hang out with them all the time, and we never get to do anything." And I'm like, that's literally, because like 2 days before I had literally taken her out somewhere and we went and did something. And I was like, that's not true. So, okay.
And you hung out with everybody one-on-one. There was a lot of times to be like, "Hey, you want to go to this?" And you're like, "No, I'm hanging out with Ricky today." And I was like, "Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. Another time."
Yeah. No.
And then Bree would hit me up and be like, "Hey, you want to hang out?" I'd be like, "Yeah." And she'll be like,
yeah, I'd be like, what the heck?
I was jealous.
Yeah, I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to hang out with my other friends.
I'll drop kick Ricky just to come join me.
That should have been the kicker number one. Is that everybody thought of it as a chore to have to hang out with Ricky.
It really was.
I had a very subtle way of addressing my jealousy. I would just hang out on the phone with them for hours until they I didn't feel long.
I mean, that's across the board. We all do that. I remember Marn was helping me out with dog grooming, and we ended up having a bunch of no-call, no-shows, and decided it was nap time. And so we turned off all the lights. I had the little one, and she took the couch, I took the chair, and we just took a big fat nap. I had the blackout curtains, the fans going. Oh, it was such a good nap. And my husband, I had messaged him and was like, "Yeah, we're going to be taking naps, so be quiet when you come inside." And he was like, "Oh, okay." And he came and he's like, "Holy shit, y'all are really taking naps." And we were like, "What year is it?" And we told Shelby about it, and she was like, "Nobody invited me for naps. I love naps."
I love naps. Yeah, sounds about right. Well, the thing was, Brie was so good to me too. She made like a little pocket of a blanket and like tucked me in. I was passed out. I was drooling. I was like, just
yeah. It was a great time. Everybody was passed out. Baby was passed out. I was passed out. Martin was passed out. The dogs were passed out. The ferrets, the cats, everything. The house was
So what you mean is it was quiet, which is something you don't get a lot.
It
That
was
never
nap
happened.
time, and everyone felt it in the universe. They were like,
The universe went to sleep. Took a
I
nap.
can almost guarantee you Kyler was also probably napping at that time.
Yeah, he just wasn't with us. He was like, oh, group nap time.
He might feel it in the universe.
my friends are napping. I too need to nap.
I too. Me nap.
Kyler, nap now.
Tyler's nap.
And for those of you who have no idea, which you probably won't, Kyler's my husband. So, and he often takes naps.
He's a big fan of the nap.
He is.
Yeah.
You know, I cannot fault him. I am as well.
Yep.
I slept until 3 p.m. yesterday. So
Oh.
good.
Oh, I bet you that was fantastic. I was going to have to take this live on an adventure because I desperately need coffee. So y'all get to go with me as I go get coffee.
Oh, all right. We're going on a trip.
On a trip.
On a trip in your favorite rocket ship.
Are you going to Dubai?
No, I'm going to Heritage.
Oh, that's right. You get your coffee. I forgot. Because you get that lavender white chocolate.
Yeah, it's a white chocolate milk with 1 pump
Raspberry.
of lavender, 2 pumps of raspberry, a dark chocolate drizzle, and whipped cream. Yep, and that's because I'm pretentious as fuck. AKA, I used to be a barista a little bit, and so I just play with stuff.
I worked at Starbucks. That was shit.
Man, I'm just like at coffee shops. I'm like, surprise me. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. Any flavors you don't like? No. You pick.
They asked me that earlier, and I was like, when I got you that drink, and I'm like, no. They're like, okay.
Yeah. Some baristas get stressed though. They're like,
Oh my god.
and then they don't want it. They're like, try it before you leave. Every time I'm like, it's good. Like,
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm not a picky human. Come here. Oh,
As a barista, when someone says surprise me, I don't just say surprise me. I'm like, all right, tell me things you absolutely hate that you're supposed to have in your coffee or combinations you don't like, so I don't do that.
I don't know why he likes me.
I don't know. I mean, I do that to him all the time. Where I pick him up and I'm like, oh my god.
I shake Ripley so much. I'm like,
Look at you.
the cuteness aggression is real.
It is. And they have no idea. They're like, I'm literally just sitting here, and we're like, but you don't understand.
You're so cute. Charlie was laying there, and I put my hand under his butt, and I'm like, shake that butt, like shaking him, and he goes, meh, as he's shaking. And I'm videoing him, and I go, he says, no, I don't shake my butt, no.
Oh my god.
He's so good though. He still like cuddles me and purrs after I do that. I'm like, I'm so mean to you. I'm sorry.
When I was doing that, I think you probably heard it, but when I picked up Keo, Shadow, I picked up Keo and I was running around with him, and I was like, would Keo and I survive, the quiet place? Literally at the end of it, you can hear him purring so fucking loud.
He
I
was
was
like,
I'm happy. I'm sitting here going, like this with him, just like purring the whole time. I'm like,
dude, if I do that with Charlie, he's gonna make noise.
Oh yeah, he's gonna scream.
I wanna try, and he's gonna be like, ah!
Yeah.
If I do it with Ripley, I'm pretty sure she'll be quiet.
Right.
She'll just be like, okay.
She's pretty quiet until she gets crazy.
When she gets her zoomies, she'll run around like a goblin.
I love it so much.
Hearing that sound at 3 a.m. is just otherworldly. I'm like, where am I? What danger am I in?
What is this?
And it's this 2-pound nothing, just cat running around.
Oh my gosh. I hate that too though, because they'll chase each other in the middle of the night, and usually they knock
Oh
shit
yeah,
over every
definitely
time.
chasing. Keo is definitely chasing. He runs to a spot.
Shadow's scared for his life because he thinks Keo's gonna eat him. Like, he's like,
They're just near. My time has come. My time.
Gigantic Cheeto Puff is gonna eat me.
Oh man, but it's so funny though because Shadow will jump all the way to the top of the cat tree. And Keo gets so angry because he's so fat he can't jump up very quickly. Oh, sorry. He can't jump up there very quickly, so he gets mad and he just tears the crap out of the cat tree at the bottom because he can't jump that fast.
Yeah, you can see what's all fucked up.
Oh yeah, he's got a hole over there in the other post.
He's like, ah, I'm gonna get you when you come down.
Yeah.
Like, to put it in perspective, Keo is so large. He was laying in the little crook of the couch between the backrest and
I can tell he's gonna grab him
to
for
sit on. Oh yeah, get the rotund man.
Oh,
Get the chonker.
massive.
Oh,
What a unit.
oh God.
To be fair, you guys have tried to put him on diets, I don't know how many times. And for whatever reason, it doesn't matter what food or how little food, he just becomes massive.
He's a big boy, huh?
He got the big teeth.
Oh,
They got a face.
He has neck rolls.
whoa, you're so cute.
She's like, let's go.
He's so mad.
Free me.
And then he gets cat hair all over him.
And he sheds like a motherfucker.
He does.
She's petting him right now.
Yeah, he can't be held. It puts too much weight on his breathing apparatus.
Apparatus. And hair. Ew. Oh.
Oh, that's so nice.
You see I'm wearing my new one?
They're nice. I like that.
Very simple, very elegant. Verified to continue. Sure. You're supposed to get it in
My
here.
just
what
has
the-
Dirt Man running through my head right now.
I'm like, sure. I'm stupid.
I've never seen that before. I've never seen it come up with
I
something
think
like
we've
that.
been on live for longer than an hour, so it's like, you good?
Yeah, it's like, hey, you still wanna...
You still on here?
Hello?
We've been on live for more than an hour and we haven't gotten banned. I think that's a victory there. Bree's like, I'm about to say some stuff.
Well, yeah, no, my filter is running thin at its best.
Well, we said we'd do it we said we'd do it for an hour, so I think we're. What the fuck is that? She looked up victory song. The first thing. I paid my dues.
I wanted to sound or something like, I don't know.
Victory sound effect.
That's how I'm looking now. I guess I'll look up songs or whatever. Nope, I still clicked on
Yeah, that screams victory.
Screams victory.
I won at life. My line has succeeded.
She's having good cookies.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh my god, you're so needy.
Talking to you.
God.
Okay.
It does the
Something you said earlier made me think of there's a dream I had last night. Wow.
I had a shiver.
I could tell I got cold. Sneezed or what? That just was a really weird sneeze.
Yeah.
Just super aggressive about it. Anyway, I had this dream last night, and you know I've been listening to the Distractable podcast.
Yep.
And so I had this dream that I was doing a podcast. That we had been doing a podcast for a while, and for whatever reason, I had met Markiplier, and I was talking to him about. I was dreaming of me talking about a dream that I had of Markiplier, and how weird it was, and how he and I were like at an aquarium or something, and there was like all these fish around. And I don't remember exactly what was happening now. I forgot to write it down. And I was just like, what in the world? Because I hate having the dreams in a dream. I hate dreaming of me talking to someone
So much dreamception.
No, it's so weird. And obviously, I've been listening to Distractable a lot, so my brain's just like, obviously, you want to dream about this. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. But it was just so weird. So I'm on a podcast in my dream talking about a dream that I had. And here I am on a podcast talking about a dream that I had of me dreaming about a podcast of me
Talking about a dream.
On a podcast.
On a podcast. Oh my gosh. Shadow. He can't even see you now. He's just over here going.
He just has his arm out, waving it, hoping to catch something.
That's what he is. He's a filter feeder.
He's in like the little cubby hole part of the. Oh my god.
Leave him alone. He's filter feeding. He might catch food.
Oh, he's so goofy.
I love you.
And then you got Keo over here laying on his back, licking his arm. What a weirdo. But what's some weird dreams that you guys have had recently?
I had a dream that I was a mermaid, and my husband was a vampire guy, and he was my solace amour, but he wasn't being very nice, adding me to the coven, so I ran away to my old coven full of werewolves, aka a pack, and they had me in a kiddie pool on the front yard because I'm a mermaid. And Dylan woke me up as he was there to claim back his solace amour, and I just like sat in a blue kiddie pool with fish and shit all over it, like the pictures that little kiddie pools have, and I just turned away from him all sad with my rainbow hair. Just, and then he woke me up and I was like, damn it!
What books have you been reading, Bree? My husband's a vampire and I'm a mermaid.
But he wouldn't make me a vampire mermaid, so I went back to my old pack, which is a werewolf, so it means I'm a werewolf mermaid.
A weremaid. A weremaid. A weremaid.
A merwolf.
Was that it was at my old childhood home in Kansas.
Put a merewolf. A merewolf. A merewolf. Maid wolf.
I guess a weird dream I had recently was like I was walking over this bridge and it was all these waterfalls building into one that I was walking over, and I just jumped off.
Oh.
I was like, sick.
You're like, whoa, that's sick, bro.
I just was like, peace. And Shelby was stressed, and I was like, it's okay.
You're falling, and you're like, it's okay.
Yeah, pretty much. And I woke up, and I was like, oh, okay. Work's been a little stressful, sugar.
Thank you.
Yeah, you just figured out jumping down a waterfall? Yeah. Okay. It's lazy.
Tyler's like, stop.
Oh my gosh. Yesterday, Dylan was playing his game with all of our work friends. There was Nick, the supervisor, Nathaniel, one of the guards, and Dylan, and oh goodness, I can't remember the other one's name. I'm just gonna call him Mitch for now. He's not a Mitch, not even close to a Mitch. But they were all over there, and Dylan gave me an update on the board game. It's the Battlestar, like essentially like Risk, but in space, and you claim territories and planets and do war. Anyways, so he, I'd only gotten like a text blurb of what he had sent me, and he told me that Nathaniel had attacked Nick, and that's where it cut off. And I'd completely forgotten that they were playing the game, so I called him immediately, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? And it turns out that he had just attacked one of his planets on the game, and Nathaniel hadn't actually just like rolled up and started beating the crap out of Nick. That was good. That was a good misunderstanding.
I'm looking for my dice. I don't know where they're at. Oh, because we got to roll a dice at the end of this. Bree, how far are you from home?
I'm at the coffee shop, so I'm a ways.
Okay. We got to roll a dice. I don't know where my dice are. Are they up on the little shelf over there? Oh, baby. Oh, God. Terrible.
We're unprepared.
What the hell?
Unprepared.
I just thought about it because I was like, oh, we're supposed to roll dice. Don't dice.
Thought it was okay.
Oh, I finally get to see the tattoo on your leg in real life. I love it.
Huh?
I finally get to see the tattoo on your leg in real life. I love it.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I'll be a little sexy and pull up my shirt a little bit.
Oh, the bats and the glitter stuff was such a good addition to that.
Huh?
I said the bats and the little star things were such a good addition altogether.
Yeah, the artist who made it, so cool because she was like, you can have the design for free to get it tatted. You don't have to buy the print or anything. I just want to see my art on someone.
Nice.
Now, yeah.
I really like it. I also didn't know it was that big.
Yeah, it's a decent thigh piece. Goes down to almost my knee. Can't you look up dice online, like an online die?
I probably could. Let me see.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
Oh, caffeine, thank you.
Gotta have that caffeine. I have to go to work in a couple hours.
Why can't I find you?
Why have you gone away? Lauren, did you end up looking at any of the other songs from Epic?
I have not. I have been such a lazy piece of shit, Brie. I cannot explain.
Jesus Christ.
Dude, that's all it really is. Like, I have no energy. I slept until 3 yesterday, and, like, my body just, like, I needed it.
Fair enough. I want to be able to do that. That sounds like a dream come true.
Yeah, I bet it does. I did want to tell you something, though.
Oh, okay.
Do you know Work Guy?
Work guy, yes.
With work drama.
Uh-huh.
And how he left work and I'm still friends with said work guy?
Yes.
Okay. Work guy got drunk last night.
Work guy got what?
Drunk
Okay.
last night and said some weird things to me.
I want to know the weird things.
So, you know, Shelby and I went out for my birthday a few weekends ago to an event that was July-a-ween.
Mm-hmm.
And I was dressed up like a demon. And I sent him a photo and he was like, what the hell? Why are you dressed like that? And I was like, going to July-a-ween. It's going to get so much worse. And he was like, what do you mean? And I sent him a photo of me covered in fake blood. And he said back at the time, wow, what a weird time for me to realize a new kink. And so I sent him back the meme of the angry Cinnamon Toast Crunch, where it says, what in the Cinnamon Toast fuck is this? And he went, that's really weird, huh? And I said, super weird, work guy. And he was like, ha, anyways. How's your night going? Like, you know, topic change, right?
Yeah.
So last night he was like, I'm very drunk. And I was like, I'm very high. And he was like, cool. Weird question. And I was wearing a tank top last night that has like frilly straps.
Oh, I love that tank top. It's so pretty.
And he was like, weird question. Do you always wear lingerie to bed? I was like, well, it's not lingerie. It's a tank top and shorts. But I mean, sometimes I do. Depends if I've got company coming over or if I've been filming.
Yeah. Plus, some of the baseball dresses, they're actually genuinely comfortable.
Mm-hmm. They are. Like, after filming, I'm tired sometimes. And I just fall asleep after washing my face. But so... I was like, sometimes it depends. And he was like, oh, I knew you did that. I kind of figured from your, you know, toy collection and the ring light in your room. And I was like, well, I also told you about it, And he was like, "Oh yeah, I guess so. I probably just forgot." And I was like, "Probably, whatever." And then he went, and that brings me back to my newfound kink. And I was like, "Oh, the blood," because that's what I assumed he meant. And he was like, "No, just more so the outfit you were wearing and the makeup you had done." And I was like, I see. Because I'm like, oh no, this is not good.
He's gonna want to live that out, but with me.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, because we're supposed to go swimming this Monday.
Right, yeah, because, Yuki had said he wanted to be friends.
And I was like, okay. So I said, I see. And he went, this was a mistake. And I said back, I went, at least you're not running around ruining your reputation or anything.
Oh my god.
And I know the people watching this don't understand that comment. You don't need to. I'll probably divulge that information later. Touching my ass.
Listen, it's just there, and it's hard not to.
Oh my god, it's like when Michael, we were playing D&D. You had
my god.
Michael at the time was only 2.
Scared the crap out of me.
Oh,
Lauren had been over in her chair, and it was the one that had the bars behind it, and the 2-year-old just running behind. I think you'd bent forward to like move your character, or even just like pick up a dice or something. And the 2-year-old just saw a butt crack and said, "That's where my finger goes."
Just stuck his finger right in my ass crack. I was like, oh my god.
He thought it was so funny too, because he was going around the table, because he did it to Marin, and then like a few minutes later he did it to me, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yep, he did.
Shelby was laughing when it happened to me. Shelby was laughing when it happened to me, and then it happened to her, and she was like, what? And I was like, haha.
Hi, Mom.
Okay, are you ready to roll?
All right, yeah. I'm doing the roll, so you want high or low?
I think whoever gets the highest number out of all 3 rolls should just...
I agree.
You mean like we roll for you and roll for me? Because Bree's already hosted, so...
Yeah, so we roll for me, and if my number is higher than yours, I host.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
You get a 9.
Solid.
Show it to the camera.
Oh, sorry. I just reset it. But she got a 9, so...
Got a 9.
I got a 10. I got one more above her. So I guess I'll be hosting the next one.
Very nice.
Very nice, very nice. Do we know, do we have a set date? Doesn't have to be next weekend. It could be weekend after.
I do have Sunday off.
You do have next Sunday off, so it might be better to do it next Sunday. And we don't have to do it at noon.
No.
I think we could probably shoot for like 1 next time. Gives us more time. Gives Bria an extra hour. I heard that door squeaking and I was like, where is that coming from? Been watching too much Supernatural.
Get the salt!
So next...
Get the salt! Get the salt!
Sam!
Sammy! Catch me out!
Yes! Monsters, Dean. They're not evil.
Dean, what are you doing?
Dean, what do you think? That's such a good episode.
We can't use the blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. Like, blah.
I don't even talk like that. He's like, to me you do. God.
My favorite episode is still when Dean gets the curse of being super scared, and they open up the locker, and he's like,
Cat
that was scary.
That's so good.
My favorite one is the second Trickster episode where Dean has his little man crush on Dr. Sexy, and he's like, oh my god, it's him. It's Dr. Sexy. And Dr. Sexy goes, Doctor, and Dean goes, Doctor? And then he looks at Sam, he's like, and Sam's like, Doctor.
Sam's like, I thought you didn't like this show, and Dean's like, oh,
I didn't say that. He's like, it's a guilty pleasure, okay?
So good.
Anyways, but with that, we're gonna end the live. So I'll be your host, SJ. What up?
What
See you for the past hour. I'm sorry. I don't know how to end this. Okay, anyway. Bye.